Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is very late. It is nighttime officially. I just got off work a couple of hours ago and I'm almost ready for bed. But I wanted to quickly give you guys a reading update, so that's why I'm hopping on now because I have very exciting updates. So I have in fact finished reading Watch Me by Tahara Mafi. This book was so good. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And the only reason I'm not giving it a perfect 5-star is because I did not care for the main character, unfortunately. Rosabelle just fell a little flat for me at times, and I felt like when I would get to her parts, they were a little boring. I really do, though, feel bad for her. She does have a really harsh upbringing. Her situation is just terrible, especially with her little sister involved. It's basically just a terrible situation. I do feel bad for her, but I just felt at times I wasn't as excited to get to her parts. But I think that's partially my fault because I'm so addicted to Warner and Juliet and James and Kenji. I'm just so captivated by their characters. I just want to keep reading about them. So when her parts are come on, I was just like kind of like, yeah, okay, now where's Warner? And okay, yeah, where's Juliet? Like, I was just excited to get to their parts. So I think that's partially my fault. I think that's the reason. But this is not by any means a bad read. And in case any of you don't know what this book is about, it is basically about James 10 years later after Warner and Juliet conquered the reestablishment. So he puts it in his mind that he needs to go to this certain area where it's highly secluded, it's highly surveillance, and it's basically a bunch of people who still believe in the old ways of the reestablishment. Kind of like when Warner's father was in power. So they're still like that. They're still twisted. They're still delusional. They still want the power. They want to control people. So James puts it in his mind that people in his life, which is Warner, Juliet, his brother, everybody, he puts it in his mind that if he goes to this area and brings back intel, they'll start respecting him and stop treating him like a child. But unfortunately, that doesn't go so well. He does get captured. He meets Rosabelle, and everything just basically goes to hell from there. It is the typical Shatter Me where it leaves you in a cliffhanger at the end. I have to know what happens next. And apparently I did not know this because I did not want to spoil myself in any way, shape, or form. But I actually read the inside of the dust jacket. And it says, Watch Me is the first book in a new series set in the #1 best-selling Shatter Me universe that demands an answer to a desperate question. So apparently this is going to be a continuation of the Shatter Me series, which I am all for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for everything that involves Shatter Me or Tahara Mafi in general. But again, this book, I highly recommend it. 4.5 out of 5 stars for the first new edition of the Shatter Me. It's phenomenal. I would actually reread this, and I just love seeing new characters. There's just not new characters, I'm sorry, the old characters like Warner, Juliet. I was literally when I was reading this at work, I got almost halfway done at work and then I finished the rest when I came home. But when his parts came on, I kid you not, I nearly gasped out loud or screamed at work. I literally had to get up and walk a little bit, and then I came back and I was like, okay. He's here. What? Oh my god. I was literally nervous and I was like, I just want to savor the moment. Oh my god. And I was so sad because I couldn't vlog my expression and my experience. Oh my god, I just wish I could document that moment. But anyway, it was just so good. I highly recommend you guys pick this up. It is so good, and I highly recommend reading the Shatter Me series. And in case any of you don't know, I am obsessed with the Shatter Me series, and I'm so excited to continue on with this series. But that is my quick reading update. And I also want to talk about the other book that I'm reading. So I just started reading this one. It's called Her Heart's Delight, and this was requested by my grandma. I mentioned this in a couple of vlogs already, but it is a historical romance, and I'm barely on chapter 4, and I'm enjoying it so far. I love these kind of romance. I love the smut, I love the banter, I love the enemies to romance. These books just do it right. These authors do it right. I just love reading these books. But I'm at that part already where they've met the main characters and they're already butting heads, and it's just so funny. I've had so many laughs already, and I'm just in chapter 4, so I can't wait to continue on reading this. But I had to finish Watch Me first. I just have to. And my grandma kind of told me to in a way, because she was like, you have to hurry up and read it so I can read it next. So she's definitely going to pick up Watch Me. So now that I'm finished with Watch Me, I can continue on with this. Now for my buddy read, me and Cowboy, we actually picked up 5 Broken Blades again. We've just been super busy. But we are going to stop on chapter 42. I got up to chapter 39 only because I had work earlier, so obviously I couldn't read, but I'm actually going to read before bed. But we're still very much enjoying the story. We're right now at the part where all the assassins are meeting and they're kind of getting to know each other, and it's just funny because, you know, like one character is like really giddy and she's just positive and she's happy, and then you get the other assassin who's like grumpy and he just doesn't laugh, he doesn't smile, and it's just so funny when they're all communicating. You can see where they're kind of getting to know each other and they're just trying to like, do we trust this person or not? It's just getting interesting, so I'm very, very excited and looking forward to continue on with the buddy read. And now for a little bit of a shopping haul, if you will. I only have 2 books, but I did end up picking up these 2 books. So I ended up picking Sunrise of the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I picked this up when I went to Walmart. And I was not initially going to buy the book because I know, as far as I know, I think it's about Haymitch, I want to say. I believe this book is about Haymitch and his experience in the Hunger Games. So I've obviously wanted to give it a try, but I wasn't sure I felt about it. I wasn't sure if like my phase of reading the Hunger Games is over. But when I seen the book, I was like, why not? Why not give it a go? I believe it's going to be good. I have high hopes for it. And I love what it says in the back, how it says, when you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for? So that just drew me in right there. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to it, but this is definitely on my priority list as well. So that's why I don't set an official TBR, because then books come out like this and I'm like, well, I gotta switch things around now. Even though I said I was gonna read this, now I'm gonna pick this one up. So we're gonna see how that goes, but reading in general is fun, so we shall see. And then the other book I picked up, I finally found A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. This is the 3rd book in the Once a Broken Heart series or trilogy. And I have been looking for this book everywhere. I've been to Barnes & Nobles, I've been to Target, and I've been to Walmart, and I had no luck finding it until one day I finally did. It was finally in my Walmart, and I'm so happy. I was so excited when I found it, and it was actually cheap. I believe it was like $9 or something like that. But I'm looking forward to finishing this book because I know it's part of the trilogy and I want to know what happens. So again, I don't know when I'm going to get to this book, but I was just so happy I found it. It was very, very hard for me to track this book down, and it's popular. It's been out for a while. So anyway, I'm very looking forward to reading this. So yeah, that is all I have for today's video. I'm so sorry it's not like an actual reading vlog, but I just really wanted to come on here and tell you guys about the book that I finished reading, which is Watch Me. I'm just so excited. I just want to talk about it to everybody and anybody who comes my way because I just need to brag about it. I just do. But anyway, I do plan to do some reading vlogs hopefully pretty soon. It's just I'm working back to back recently, which is fine. But I don't know how my videos are going to be planned out, but I do plan on filming and being more consistent with it. It's just right now I'm just doing full time and picking up hours, so it's getting busy. But that means I get to have more money to buy more books. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you all have a very, very good night, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye!